Hello and welcome. This is TNF News. I'm your host, Cole Chafin, and this is
your co-host, Blaze Murray. What's that? Got it. We have a new developing story coming straight out of Bowie High School on social media trends.
According to one of our reporters who gave a survey to 100 of some of Bowie's finest students, the questions asked were:
Number 1, which of the following social media sites do you use most frequently? A, Facebook, B, Snapchat, C, Instagram, D, other. Question 2, how many hours did you spend on any social media in the past 24 hours? Question 3, how many hours during an average week do you spend hanging out with your friends in person? Number 4, who is your mobile service provider? A, AT&T, B, T-Mobile, C, Verizon, D, other. Question 5, which of the following classes do you get on your phone the most frequently? A, math, B, science, C, history, D, English, E, other. Question 6, which type of device do you use to access your social media? A, phone, B, tablet, C, computer. Question 7, what's your GPA?
Some riveting questions. Now we're going to bring in one of our surveyors to talk about what sampling methods we used.
How you doing, Cole?
Good. Joseph.
We use simple random sampling, we use cluster sampling, and convenience sampling methods.
Our pie chart shows Bowie students' favorite social media outlets, and according to our data, 71.9% of the students surveyed chose Snapchat as their favorite social media outlet. Local businesses may benefit from this info in the sense that they can partner up with Snapchat and advertise snaps about their stores to encourage students to go to their stores. Our scatter plot tests to see if hanging out with friends affects GPA with Bowie students. Unfortunately, with our data, we could not find any correlation between the two. However, the data does show that a majority of the students have a GPA of a 3 or higher. Local colleges may find this information useful in the sense that they could send their information in hopes of maybe accepting some of Bowie's excellent students. Our histogram shows how many hours Bowie students spend on social media in the past 24 hours. The x-axis shows how many hours students spent on social media, while the y-axis shows the number of students. From the graph, we can conclude that 25 students spent between 5 to 7.5 hours on social media within the past 24 hours. Please note that not every student is shown on this graph due to complications on how they answered the question. Some parents may find this data useful in the sense that some of them may not know how long their students are actually spending online. Our bar graph shows which classes Bowie students get on their phone the most, with the x-axis showing the different classes and the y-axis showing percentages. According to the graph, an overwhelming 42% of students we surveyed answered science as the class they got on their phone most frequently. To fix this problem, perhaps the Board of Education can offer our science teachers more options on how to keep science class more engaging. Our box and whisker plot shows how often Bowie students spend time with their friends face-to-face in an average school week in hours. According to our graph, in the top 25% quartile, students spend between 15 to 60 hours hanging out with their friends in an average week. This data may be useful to teachers, as it seems that more group projects will not be a problem considering how often we spend time with our friends. In our comparative box and whisker plot, we compare the students who get on their phone the most in math class and science class and how many hours in the last 24 hours they spent on social media. As the graph shows, those that chose science as their goof-off class spent significantly more time on social media than those who chose mathematics, with the top 25% quartile from the science classes ranging from 5.5 to 12 hours on social media. This data may prove extremely useful to all science teachers in the sense that maybe they can incorporate more social media outlets in their teaching since their students spend so much time on social media. Our Venn diagram shows the type of devices Bowie students use to access social media. According to the graph, 16 students use phones and computers. The number 9 located in the universe represents the students who did not answer this question correctly. Teachers may find this data useful in the sense that they can assign more assignments that students can complete on their phones.
This has been TNF News. I'm your host, Cole Chafin,
I'm Blaze Murray.
signing off.